What's poppin', y'all? This is DJ with One Shot Game, man. You already know how the motto go. You get one shot at life and a lifetime to learn all the game you need to help improve your life. Now, as I always say, you get two choices. The ability to settle in the life that has been designed for you, or the ability to pave a path towards your destiny. That choice is also up to you. So before I get into the title of my video, I want to say a big shout out to all my supporters. You guys are great, and even the ones behind the scenes, I see y'all too. So look, the title of this video is going to be on the fact that you got to understand how majority of the world operates. Majority of the people in the world, they do things to get certain reaction and certain attention from people. You know what I'm saying? If they know that they can act a certain way and be a certain way to get the attention that they're seeking from the people around them to feel good about themselves, sometimes, if not all the time, they won't be themselves. They won't do what truly makes them happy because they're constantly learning and understand how to do things that make other people happy. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of the times in life, when you get to a space where you're finally content with understanding who you are, you know what I'm saying, and knowing the fact that it's nothing wrong with being who you are, you tend to do things that make you happy internally. You know what I'm saying? It satisfies who you are as a person, but not necessarily other people. And for a lot of people that live in this mentality where they do everything to make other people follow them and go after them, they will target you. You know what I'm saying? It's almost impossible for people who think that way to form a relationship with somebody who is their own person, because they're still in this mode where they do things that make other people happy. Like, they're so focused on getting attention and acceptance that they don't understand that the real magic is being yourself. You can still get the attention and the acceptance that you're looking for, or you get from doing what other people want you to do. It just might take a little longer to test you to see if you really are who you say you are, or are you doing certain things to get attention. You know what I'm saying? You got to really think about how long this has stretched. This goes back so far that a lot of people have a hard time with understanding that people who think out of their left brain versus people who operate out of their right brain are two different people. You know what I'm saying? They do everything in their willpower as far as following and going behind other people to feel good about themselves. So when they have to try to find balance with someone that is able to think for themselves, you know what I'm saying, be alone with themselves, know what they do that, you know what I'm saying, makes them happy, for whatever reason, that just grinds their gears. You know what I'm saying? There will be almost nothing you can talk about, or nothing that you can, you know what I'm saying, do to make them understand you, because they can't understand how you are so content with being yourself. How are you so content with doing things your way and also having empathy for others? You feel me? Because it's either do things my way, no empathy for nobody, or do what everybody else want me to do and feel bad about myself. It's crazy. It's insane. So the relationship is very hard to repair when you have someone who thinks out of the left brain, which is, I do everything I do to gain popularity, to gain status, for people to like me. You know what I'm saying? Versus someone that just them, and they're naturally gaining something that we've been working hard for our whole entire life. Listen, if I were you, I would ask God that question. But then again, you probably wouldn't even understand, because oftentimes when people do things that make themselves happy, it's not long before they become triggered, or it's not long before somebody say something to them, and then they end up not doing what they do to make them happy. It's a consistent type of behavior that you do that will bring you things in your life spiritually that you didn't ask for, but you've been awarded because you consistently stay on the same path. You know what I'm saying? And even when the attacks are designed to make you fall off your path, you know, the universe has a way now where it's like, you got to understand, the people I put into the world, they've been attacked their whole life. you know? And so no matter how big the attack becomes, it still won't break them. Actually, what I'm going to do is flip it and motivate them to still be on their game, still be okay with being who they are. You know what I'm saying? I know that a lot of evilness has corrupted the old world, but we were taught to be quiet and not speak on nothing. This person is going to stand up for what they believe in, or other people around them, because we've been taught to just be too quiet for too long. You know what I'm saying? And it has damaged y'all and killed y'all. And one thing I don't like is for my people to have to leave Earth unwillingly. You know what I'm saying? Especially if I've got them out here on a mission to do something in a direct purpose. You know? And I'm telling you, just be able to block out the noise. You feel me? Because people say things, they do things, they operate a certain way. They do it all to try to trick your mind, you know, so that you stand down on who you are and follow into who they are. You know what I'm saying? And this just ain't that. If you want to question the motive that the universe, God, Allah, whoever you pray to, has to shift the world, that's something you have to sit down with and pray. You can't be trying to target someone else because you don't understand. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not basically adjusting to your schedule, so it's making you confused. There's nothing confusing. It's just you taking a little bit more time to adjust. You feel me? And then, like, a lot of the movies I watched when I was younger, I didn't get them then, but I do now, like Pocahontas. That was a very good movie. But if you look at the deeper meaning behind it, you will see exactly what it's saying. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes spirit has the ability to change things for other people when they least expect it. You don't have to keep trying to criticize them, put them down, and target them to make them change. Sit back, do you feel me? And let them heal when the time permits. Not everybody is meant to wake up right now. You feel me? Sometimes people are going to have to take a little longer. And that's okay. You know what I'm saying? It is perfectly fine. But know that it's nothing wrong with being yourself. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing wrong with doing the things that make other people uncomfortable. It's nothing wrong with, doing the things that make you at peace. If you're the only one doing it by yourself, that's okay. Don't switch up and do something because somebody else don't like what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Oftentimes, them people are people pleasers. You know, they don't really have the ability to be themselves without being disrespectful. They think being themselves means they have to put somebody else down. That's not how that works. You know what I'm saying? It's the ability to know that other people have the right to be themselves, but it's okay for you to be yourself too. You know? And listen, I'm telling you right now, so many people have been working so hard in life to be somebody that they have been doing and studying what other people want them to do, that now they're at a point in their life where they're unhappy. You feel me? Completely unhappy now. Because they've gotten to a point where they either got sicknesses, illnesses, you feel me? They having to double back on the things that really hurt them to understand it and move past it. And some people just, they're strong. Everybody, I believe, is strong. But mentally, the brain can have a stronghold on you if you're not strong enough to handle it. And really, it's just, you feel me, old concoctions and thoughts and beliefs of the people before you who let those beliefs determine who they were going to be as people. You know? You got to be able to block out the noise. Otherwise, you're going to get captured. And you're going to adjust and be pushed into a world where everybody does everything to make other people happy, to get some sort of satisfaction from other people. You know what I'm saying? Just be yourself. I promise. All the attention, all the glory, all the love you want will come if you focus on being yourself. It's nothing wrong with speaking your truth. If you feel a certain way about something, say that. You feel me? Just because a person goes against it doesn't mean they dislike you or you're not supposed to say that. It's just they have a different way at understanding life, and you may not realize it at the time, but later on they may actually take that information and wisdom and use it in their life. They just never heard nobody go against what they thought to be true. And it's no fight, it's no argument, it's just even balance. You know what I'm saying? Because it gets to a place where you got to understand people of all nations, creeds, authenticities, you know what I'm saying, ethnicities, the way they grew up, they all think, some people think differently, and they could be went through the same situation as you, but the way their mind is, you know what I'm saying, is completely different, but the pain from the soul is the same. I swear to you. Just people put a label on it to make it seem like it's different, but it's not. If you had a very abusive parent, verbally abusive parent, I'm pretty sure it's a lot of other people that had a very, very verbally abusive parent, but they'll throw something in like, you didn't go through this when I went through this, as if that one detail makes the difference in the fact that the soul was still hurt. It doesn't make no difference. You know what I'm saying? It's just it's people who wear labels, people who do things out of labels that have been created for them to operate a certain way. You know what I'm saying? So they're looking more towards the people that's gonna love them if they say it this way, the people that's gonna give them the attention if they word it this way. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I'm not wording nothing the way you want me to word it. I'm gonna say it exactly how it pertains to me in my life. If you don't like it, that's okay. I'm not gonna dislike you. I'm not going to hate you. It's just the fact that my truth is my truth and your truth is your truth. There's nothing to argue about when it gets down to that. You know what I'm saying? We just view life differently, but the soul pain is still the same. You know what I'm saying? And you either turned into a person that created war, or you turned into a person that created love. You know? And I think that's the determining factor against the two. You feel me? Because you got to think about it. When you're a person that takes your wounds and you just trying to help people see it's a different way, you're going to create a lane for yourself that's different. And it's going to look different to people because it's not their lane. Doesn't mean you're doing anything wrong. You know what I'm saying? But again, the people who operate out of war, they're going to target you to make you think you're doing something wrong, so that you fall back in line, because everything flows when you do everything to give us attention, make us feel good. Why do you have the right to make yourself happy? You don't have the right in this world to do what you want to do to make yourself happy. Everybody is only happy when you're making other people happy. That's it. And they'll try to criticize you and put you down for it. Don't stand down, stand tall, because you have the right to make yourself happy. When you get old and those diseases start forming, it's because you wasn't brave enough to speak up for yourself. You wasn't brave enough to get the truth out. You wasn't brave enough to speak up for who you are. You hid it. It consumed you. And so a disease was created in your body based off your trauma. That's why you sick all the time. You know what I'm saying? Because you're too afraid to speak your truth. And listen, I'm telling you, the devil is just low vibrational people that will do what they can to keep you in a low vibration. You know what I'm saying? So they'll trick you into believing that what they feel about themselves is true by making you feel the same thing. And it's so strong, it's spiritually too. It's not just you being around people that make you feel low. It's spiritually as well. You could just wake up and have a bad day because you're feeling some emotions from someone's past in your family that's no longer here. You know what I'm saying? That's how thick it is. That's how strong the spirit is. You know? So you got to be able to know what's for you by basically looking at your life and identifying what is currently going on and why are you feeling a certain type of way. I think that's a lot of what constructs a person. If you take what you feel because your life is not going the right way and put it on your mind to control your identity, it'll have you in a state where your physical reality controls your mind. But if you take your physical reality and make the best of it, you know what I'm saying, and do what you can to keep your peace, at some point the universe will make a way. It's not going to happen in the time frame you want it to happen in. It don't work like that. You have to align yourself energetically with what you want to be able to get there. Otherwise, the world is going to keep feeding you the same thing, so that you feel me, can understand that if you don't change, this life will kill you. I'm not going to give you anything better because you're not energetically aligned with it. You're not taking the steps necessary to grow because you're too concerned if people gonna like you or not. If people are gonna love who you are for real when you do what's best for you. And I get it. Trauma is real. Maybe you took a time to be yourself and somebody put you down. But for me personally, in my experience, when I was being myself, people always used to try to quiet me and make me be quiet and shut up and make like I didn't see what's going on or hear what's going on. That made me so stagnant in life. I didn't have the ability to be myself because people will always overtalk me or make me feel little. So guess what? I jumped right off into smoking weed. Everybody laughing and having a good time when you high, right? Because your senses is altered. You know what I'm saying? But now that I'm completely sober, I'm not going to let nobody talk to me no type of way. I'm not going to let you discredit who I am. I'm not going to let you discredit the wisdom I got from looking at my own life, because when it's time for me to lay down in that casket, ain't nobody going with you except for you. That's it. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people change that dynamic. Like they change it into operating out of war. So what happens is I have my own mind. I know how to think for myself, but I can't respect nobody. You feel me? If you don't think like me, I'ma disrespect you. You feel me? If you don't think like me, I'm going to make you be quiet. If you don't think and operate in a way, that war eventually turns into violence. And then if they can't get you to be quiet by over talking you or disrespecting you, now it goes into violence. You know what I'm saying? Oh, okay, you don't want to be quiet? Now I'm going to beat your ass until you shut up and stop talking. You got to think of what that does to a person's brain the longer that they stay. We've all been in toxic situations in our life. It's just some people have the wisdom to look at it, and some people are just stuck in this unlimited cycle. But it's not that they can't do it. It's just the cycle is comfortable. But I believe truly that if you let spirit take its course in whatever situation you in right now, you're gonna get it, especially if you've been stripped of everything. Some people won't be able to ever look at it because they're constantly on the loop. You feel me? They can't do without this. They can't go without this. You feel me? All this patches up all the wounds. All this covers all the wounds. So I'm going to make sure I stay stuck in somewhere where I can keep getting what I need to cover up my wounds. Because if I got to face it without things, then I'm going to go brain wrecked. Because I don't know how to handle myself without certain things. You know what I'm saying? It's just the ability to look at your life and see the people before you who hid their wounds and how they passed away, and controlling a part of your life. Like for me, for instance, I used to smoke cigarettes. I used to be so bad at it. Like it was horrible. You know what I'm saying? When I didn't have no weed, I would go straight to the cigarettes. But I got 2 people in my family that are no longer here that died from cancer. I'm scared. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really scared, but it's like, dang, why would I want to cut my life short from doing that? So I was kind of like pushed into a karmic space where I had no choice. And what happened was I repeated it. I went from cigarettes, them got too expensive, so I went to Black and Milds. The Black and Milds over time started to be nasty. It started to taste disgusting. I was like, listen, I can't keep smoking this and spitting, because in reality, it means I really don't need it. But I can't fight the mental battle in my brain by myself, so I keep going to the store and buying them. So now it's like, it's gonna hurt, it's gonna cause pain, but let it go. And listen, for me, I save a lot more money because I don't have no habits. You know how much money I probably spent on weed all my life? I probably could have had a Mercedes by now, a whole house. You feel me? But I was too concerned with getting high to block out the noise. You know what I'm saying? We are meant to take on this life without extra things that they've been used to teach us how to avoid who we truly are. That makes them money, but kills us slowly. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just speaking from my own perspective with my own experience. I wanna live for a long time. And I wanna be peaceful when I go. I don't wanna have no bitterness, no animosity, no anger towards nobody. You know what I'm saying? I wanna love myself enough to know that I created my life how I see fit for myself. You know? And I won't let nobody bring me down while I'm in search of still discovering who I am. Period. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, whatever life may look like for you, you can get a sickness. And when you on that hospice bed, sick and wheezing, everybody else still living life, still going on. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I went to prison. Life didn't stop. It kept going. Nobody cared. Life kept going. They built new buildings, you know what I'm saying? It was new stuff created. People grew, they had babies, you know what I'm saying? They got the good job, they had the good house. It didn't stop for you, boo. So that gave me a little acknowledgement on the fact that there is nothing wrong with living life for you. It's not a crime. You know what I'm saying? It's not a punishment. It's the ability to look at your history and know that if you keep spinning the wheel in the same direction, eventually it won't be no wheel. You know? As hard as it is, just take your time by reacting to things differently, giving yourself differently. And for me, when people disrespected me, I was quiet all the time. Now I'm not going to be quiet anymore, especially when you come for me and I ain't coming for you. When I'm by myself and doing me and I ain't bothering you and you doing you, why do you feel so important to attack me? So now I'm going to give you exactly what you asking for, the truth. You feel me? I'm not taking less than that no more. Stop fucking with me. Stop messing with me. Stop trying to make me be and fall in line with everybody else, because it ain't going to happen. You know? So listen. Being yourself, you will obtain everything you want in life if you be yourself. All the attention, all the love, it may not look like it at first, because you got to think, people don't know how to be themselves. They've been focusing their whole life on doing what other people want to feel the love and attention. Just be you. It may be a little different at first, but you gonna be more peaceful. You know? And then the people that likes authenticity, they will come in slowly but surely, but you'll get a visual to see. People's behavior will change when you start being you. But when you following and doing what everybody else is doing, you'll notice that everybody flock to you. Everybody want to be around you. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody is bouncing off of each other's trauma. But when you find out a way to, you know, have some alone time and do you, everybody dissipate. Yeah, because now you have your own mind. We can't control it as much. And you a threat to us because we only like to be around people that think like us, that have the same wounds as us. You know what I'm saying? Listen, don't do it. You know, I don't want my life to keep spinning in the same circle because I refuse to look at the things I'm doing and wondering why nothing is changing. Elevate your frequency to the life that you want means you have to be able to analyze and see the things that you know is no good for you and cut them out. You know what I'm saying? Spiritually. That's how you grow. It's important. You know what I'm saying? So, just realize and understand that whatever you want to do for yourself to help you grow, keep doing it. But if the universe is painting you a clear picture that you need to stop doing that, otherwise I can't align you with the life you want for yourself, you're going to stay stuck running nowhere fast. So listen, if you don't know what it is, I just told you. Please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe.